Planning and Zoning Variance Commission, regular meeting, June 10th, 2025. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Moderano. Here. Armijo.
Here.
Spain.
Yes, sir.
Rolo. Norris.
Here.
Leone.
Here. Public comments? Any? None? Approval of minutes, April 8th, 2025, regular meeting minutes.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made second, roll call.
This would be Armijo.
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Spain.
Yes, sir.
We want 3 presents. But yeah, that's it. There was only 3 presents.
I abstain.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Old business, none. Public hearing, I guess, you want to explain to us on our public hearing A?
Yeah, so, for Kip Hampton LLP 2025 Zone 01, I'm gonna request we table this one. The applicant and the city had a couple small issues come up after I already made the, public hearing notices. So I'm gonna request that we table it to the July 12th, regular meeting, at 5:30.
Okay, moving on to,
Do you guys wanna make a motion to?
make a motion, have a motion?
Sure.
Second?
I'll second that.
Motion made second, roll call.
Moderano.
There.
Armijo.
Yes.
Spain.
Yes, sir.
Norris.
Yes.
Leone.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, on B on the agenda, Mount Rose Health Center 2025 variance -01. Lou Galetta and Dr. Valerie Borcha, on behalf of Mount Rose Health Center, request a limited impact review for the request of a parking variance for Mount Rose Health Center new facility at a tract of land located in section 18, township 33, south range 63 west, aka as CNS lands in the back of land known as 500 East Elm Street. Staff.
So this is an application submitted for Mount Rose Health Center. They are proposing to construct a new facility at 500 East Elm Street. I think previously that was a loading facility or a Marty Feeds, I believe, or a feed loading facility is also the smokehouse, just so everyone's aware. Where we're talking about. The project is 5,920 square feet, single-story medical office facility. The facility program will deliver compassionate, preventive, and wellness care for the community through counseling, clinic services, and administrative offices. There's no patient beds. The development is looking to maintain a balance between building square footage and landscape design to benefit the development and the community as a whole. Per the parking standards, it's a minimum of 1 space per 200 square feet. So per the code, it's a requirement of 24 parking spaces, and the applicant is requesting a variance for 19. The development's still required to have 88 parking, has a requirement of 1. Anything 25 and under only requires 1. They are planning to put 2 though.
Sorry, two
88 parking spaces. Development has access easements from the adjoining properties, so the access easements do kind of limit the parking because they can only enter from one side of the property. The subject lot is pretty small, it's 22,400 square feet. Kind of like I said, landlocked where they have to have, access easements. Some of the, variance criteria, unique physical circumstances. The main thing is the size of the lot itself. And then also the development is looking to keep a balance between the building and landscape, not to overload the lot with a parking lot. Unusual circumstances, the access easement limits the entrance to the development. So they cannot park on they can have multiple entrances into their parking, which kind of limits them as well. Because physical circumstances, the property cannot be developed into conformity. And the main thing here is the development. If the parking lot were to meet requirements, it would be more parking lot than development itself, which is kind of not something we really love to see in a facility like this. No such unnecessary hardships have been created by the applicant. The property is currently vacant. Have development of this stage of this property is very encouraged. The development also went above and beyond on their pedestrian bike access with their access to the river walk on the north side. So they're offering alternative modes of transportation, which is also encouraged. There would be no altering the essential character of the neighborhood. Not really a neighborhood on this one. It's kind of is previously industrial. It does have some park space now, so that's why the city is so in favor of them. Developing more landscape than parking lot. So trying to keep the open space is really appreciated, and it'd be an added benefit to the community as well. The variance, if granted, is the minimum variance. So the requested park spaces are the maximum the project can fit without overwhelming the site. The 21% reduction is lower than the 30% maximum reduction allowable. For the recommended fine, or the staff recommendation, staff recommends a motion be made of approval for the limited impact review for the parking variance, and then with the only condition being the applicant must submit a building permit prior to construction. That's all I have. The applicant is here. If you guys have any questions as well.
Open the hearing. Somebody here to represent Ms. Borcha? Dr. Borcha? Come forward, present your name,
Lou Galetta, Galetta Architecture, representing.
talk a little louder.
Lou Galetta, Galetta Architecture. Good to meet you all.
We've got your plan and everything, kind of tell us an overview of it.
So as Nick was alluding to, the landscape concept really is to provide a interior-exterior sort of space for the occupants of the building. Landscape, because of the nature of the business, is a critical component to the overall intent to deliver care and healing as a hospice and palliative care center. So the landscaping is very integral to the building design, and we wanted to develop that as a cohesive concept. The intent was to separate the parking as much as possible, create a vehicular separation between the pedestrian spine, which kind of bisects the site. So that is part of the reasoning for the parking variance, is that on that east side, we could get that many number of spaces without encroaching on the landscape portion of it. See, I should also add that because of the nature, Nick alluded to the landlocked feature of the site, we did want to keep that frontage along Elm Street free of overwhelming parking, so we intend to screen the parking lot. The building sits as close to that property line as possible. Moving to the rear of the lot, because of the river walk at that north side, there really isn't a backside of the building, at least we're thinking of that in terms of not being a backside. but rather a site that actually is presented to the public. And so we want to make sure that meets a respectable level of care, and so that's part of the intent of the design.
Questions?
Yeah, how many practitioners do you anticipate working there?
Question for Kathy?
Sorry, okay.
My name's Kathy Bueno and I work with Dr. Borsa.
Okay.
And I've been with her in the planning phases of the whole thing, so we have one
Okay.
physician, and one nurse practitioner that works with her part-time.
Okay.
We currently work out of the old Dr. Hagen's building, and so her clientele from there would come where we're at. If you all know that building, we don't have much parking and we're doing okay. So this is gonna be great for us to have, even just 19. And then the hospice and palliative care part of it is home care. It's done at home, so people are not really coming to us at the office. It's more our office space to work out of, to go to their homes. So all our patients are serviced in their own homes wherever they live.
So how many of the practitioners would be doing that? So it would be office in there, I guess.
It's mostly office and meeting space.
But so how many would be office in there? That was my question.
There's 18 of us.
Okay. So 8 and 19 spaces?
But they're not all there all the time.
Okay.
The thing is, we have some that work out of town work from out of town, and so they're only here part-time. Like our nurse practitioner is here when Dr. Borsa is out of town.
Okay.
We have a nurse that comes and stays here for a few days to work from Pueblo, and then they're gone. So we don't have people in the office. They're using their vehicles as their mobile office to go out and see patients. They're really not working in the office. They have laptops, they go out, they just come pick up supplies and go do their work outside.
Well, yeah, okay. I just, thank you.
Mr. Monroe, questions?
Not at this time.
Mr. O'Neill?
I don't have any questions.
I'm concerned about the parking. I'm concerned that in the morning, whenever business is starting, and I'm not trying to be an issue, I'm just being realistic, that everybody's gonna show up at the office and you're going to have a full parking lot of people working there. Because with the handicap spots, you don't even have enough to include everybody with staff. That only gives y'all 17 open spots once you subtract the handicap. And I'm concerned that we're gonna have overflow onto the street, and that's gonna create a traffic problem for us in that area. We've had congestion problems where we overlooked the parking requirements and it created overflow. And we just don't want that problem to happen.
So, like I said, we're currently working out of Dr. Hagen's office,
Right.
and we've not had an issue, even
Okay.
on her clinic days, when
Okay.
she has patients coming. We've already customized ourselves to adjust.
How many spots do y'all have at the current location?
That's what I was trying to count. We have 2 handicap, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 spots and 1 on the street. So 9 spots that
And that suits y'all just.
we've been fine. On our clinic days, we all know those are clinic days. And so that's when we're not coming in the office, we're working from home, we're staying mobile, we leave from home and go straight to homes, do our charting, then go back home and chart. We've just kind of, and then before that, we were at the nursing home in the lower level, and we didn't have many spots there either.
I
So,
believe you. I believe you. I was just addressing
No,
some
sure,
concerns.
I'm just trying to make the point that we're accustomed to not having a spot.
I
That's
also
just the way it
appreciate that you are promoting the alternative transportation and that you are helping us beautify the Riverwalk area by that back area. That looks like it's going to be great.
Great.
So I wanted to thank y'all for that.
Maybe make the point, we do have 1 extra ADA spot that if we subtract that out of the equation, we'll actually meet the 18.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know that we would want to do that. We will talk about it.
On your inpatients, how many inpatients you have in that building, where you have in that building? 'Cause,
None.
well, I don't see how that could be, because my wife went there several times and we had at least 2 in the room, and Dr. Butcher took care of it.
But
She was inpatient, she never was an outpatient in your facility where you're at right now.
but we don't house any patients there.
You don't house them, but you do take them in there.
They come in for an appointment
Appointment, yes.
and they leave, yes.
Yes.
So it's an outpatient clinic. So they come and they leave. That's what.
Most of the time, the people that I seen there came for a prescription to see if they could renew their prescription wherever they picked it up at, and that's what she did.
Mhm.
But you did have patients coming in.
Yes, they come in as outpatients. That's what it's termed.
Right.
So nobody is housed there.
Right.
Inpatient is considered where they come in and stay overnight and we
No.
take care of them. That's not what we do. It's all outpatient care. So they come in, see doctor, get what they need done, and then they go home. So that's what's done. So at that point, on those days, that's when my staff with the hospice and the palliative care kind of do their thing from home or on the road and don't come, so that those slots are all available for people to park that are bringing patients in to see Dr. Borsa.
How many staff do you have?
I have 18 staff in full, but they are not all full-time staff, so they are not here every day.
Okay, well, how many are there basically every day?
Every day in our office, we have our receptionist, myself, our volunteer coordinator, my ADON, and 2 nurses. So there's 7 of us, 6 or 7 of us every day that are showing up every day. Everybody else is PRN, part-time, kind of filling in, doing that kind of stuff. So they're not here every day. And then we do have one person who is handicapped, which is why we did the extra. And so she does use one of our handicap spots when she comes to work part-time.
And the personnel parks in this parking lot also? Because I know the parking lot where you're talking about, where you're at now, is not very big.
No, sir, it's not.
Any other questions, Mr. Norris?
I think I like the way that you guys are managing your parking, and I appreciate the, putting the landscaping and the environment kind of over a requirement, and, I think it sounds like a good fit for that area.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put input there. You just made Mr. Norris's day. Anyway, I just like to put a little punch on it. Anyway, if that's all you have to say, you can sit down.
Appreciate you.
Staff?
I got nothing else to add. You guys have time to make a motion.
Anyone here for, I don't see anybody, but I have to say it anyway, anyone here for or against this particular applicant? If not, close the hearing. Okay, gentlemen, what's your prerogative?
I like it. I would like to make a motion that we, grant the variance.
I have a motion to grant the variance, I have a second.
Are you gonna have the condition that they included?
With your staff
With
recommendations?
the staff
Yeah,
recommendation of a building permit prior to
Yeah,
construction.
well, yes.
Which I just like to tack it on there because I don't want anyone to say, oh, I'm good to go. So that's just
Yes,
my
okay, yes.
Okay, with staff recommendations, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second, roll call.
Moderano,
Yes.
Armijo,
Yes.
Spain,
Yes, sir.
Norris,
Yes.
Leone.
Yes.
From Wood Great.
Okay. New business, introduction of our new city manager. I'd like to introduce Tara Marshall. Tara, you come forward.
Oh, sure. Oh, God. Sure, Sonny, I'll come forward.
For the people in the audience, Mrs. Marshall's been here for the city before. She was a planning and zoning director for quite a few years, and she did a heck of a job. She trained me, and I've been here for quite a few years, but I am happy to have her and introduce her as new city manager. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here. Love the job. Already addicted. Just hit my 30 days. Starting in my 2nd month. Up at 5 every day. Ready to go at 6:15. sitting there waiting, drinking coffee till 6:30 so I can leave the house. Yep, here every evening till I get it done.
Yeah.
So plan to be here for the next decade or so.
But anyway, I'd like to thank you for coming here tonight, and I'd like to invite you to come to some of our meetings.
I will be at most of your meetings.
Most of the time that we've been here, very seldom do we have any city manager in our meetings.
I
And,
want to congratulate Nick. He's doing an amazing job.
This new, Mr. Moderato's new tonight,
Yes,
and Sam Coker, I understand, also has applied and been accepted.
okay.
Am I right?
Has not been accepted yet.
Okay,
They
has
have
not
put
been
in
accepted yet.
application.
And he will be joining us, I'm pretty sure, in the next meeting.
I feel like we'll probably be bringing forward some things for you to study, things that I'm interested in getting your input on prior to taking it to city council. I believe in using the Planning Zoning Variance Commission that way. And, no heads up yet, but we'll be bringing forward some stuff. I think eventually on the list, we'll probably have some annexation planning. We
Good.
need to look at the boundaries. We're probably gonna look at Cougar Canyon at some point. And there may be a couple other zoning issues that we wanna look at and see if we wanna update our zoning map. We'll see where we wanna go. So, in the midst of your regular work, I'll probably have some things for you to look at. I think the last time we did that, we created that Heart of Trinidad.
Yes, we did.
That map. Yeah, so something similar to that.
We did the boundaries, we did a lot of stuff.
We did a lot of stuff. I love working with Nick. Nick's doing an amazing job. Every council meeting, he's in front, bringing forward the work that you're doing, so.
He's learning, he came in, and he's learning though,
He is.
and he ain't afraid to.
Land use is
Yeah.
fascinating.
Right.
I always love to say that the founders got it right when they formed this United States of America, in that property owner rights were one of the main things that were discussed in the founding documents. And how our form of government works is that those decisions are made locally, very much in local control, and the decisions you make may grant someone a property right, it may take someone else's property right away. So these aren't easy decisions. Tonight's was fantastically easy. It was an easy one. I could see that coming, but we will have some decisions that aren't easy, and you have to weigh those concerns. So I think that Colorado is one of 6 states which has local control listed as a value in the Constitution. So I'm happy to say that the right to make those decisions locally exists within this board, which makes you extremely important.
And I think the home rule has a lot to do with that too.
Yes, also a home rule municipality, so even strengthened more. Welcome to our newest commissioner.
Thank you.
Looking forward to sitting in on some of your meetings and working with you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yep, you bet.
Chairman report, I have no report. I was not at the last meeting. Let's put it this way, I've had 2 deaths in my family close to me in the last 6 months. So I missed a few meetings, but I'm here again. That's all I have. Commissioners' reports.
I actually wanted to extend my thanks to the city from the people. This entire last month and the month before, I've had many citizens come up to me and thank me and the city's work for the cleanup and for the amazing changes that they've just recently seen. I can't express to you enough how many people have come up to me in Walmart, downtown, in different areas, along the Riverwalk, and told me about this amazing change that they've seen. So I want you to know we all appreciate y'all very much. Thank you so very much.
Mr. Norris?
I just have a question on the opening of the pool and the splash
Sure.
park. Is that gonna be made public knowledge, or is there?
I don't have an answer on
Forthcoming?
this. Yeah, I don't have an answer on the splash pad tonight. The
Okay.
pool is open. We've had issues with the heating element. You mentioned Mr. Coker. He's been hard at work. We just got the part in.
Okay,
It's still pretty cold, but kids don't mind jumping in.
okay.
And so it's open. I think some of the parents aren't jumping in, but the kids seem to be.
Gotcha.
be in, and it's getting warmer every day.
Okay.
So thank you for your patience on that. I will inquire about the splash.
I just wanted to
Thank you.
thank the organization for letting me be on this board and work with you guys. I hope we get some good work done. Thank you.
Thank you for being part. Thank you for being part. Planning Director, Nick.
I don't have too much. I do want to give you guys a couple updates on stuff we've done recently. So, I guess first would be the Loves, or first of all, be the Maverick. Got that annexation through. So, you guys see it, that building's going up and should be good. As well as the Loves. Loves started on Monday. They have a 150-day-ish time frame, which is kind of crazy to me, but they
150?
150 day. But they put them up quick, and that's what the guy said. He got extra lead time on this one because we're a little more remote. And I said, "Wow, 150 day extra lead. That's yeah, that's the tough time tables there." As well as Duran's. The last meeting we had a couple months ago, we had Duran's subdivision, so that got approved as well, and then rezone. So Mr. Duran and Duran Ventures are going to be working forward on that Morris Canyon 4 lots that we approved last time. So just give you guys a heads up on that. And then as far as the Kip Tenman LLP, the zoning change, one thing I did want to mention is we typically have a concept review because it is a major impact. Me and Tara are going to discuss. The council is well aware of that because it involves the city purchasing some property. So council is already kind of private to it, so we might be waiving the concept review and instead just bring it straight back to planning commission next July or next meeting in July. So that's kind of what happened on that one. So, but yeah, we were talking with me and Tara got some work to do to make sure we're okay with skipping the concept review, which is the typical process for that. Besides that, that's all I really have. Yeah, thank you to Mr. Morano for applying, and looking forward to work with you. And yeah, thank you.
Nothing else?
That's all I've got.
Got a motion? Adjourn?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Motion made. Second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Spain. Roll call?
Moderano.
Yes.
Armijo.
Yes.
Spain.
Yes, sir.
Morris.
Yes.
Leone.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. So Sam's coming back?
That's what I heard.
He couldn't make the interview.
He missed it?
No, he couldn't. He came in that day and said he had something going on, so he couldn't make the interview portion. So I don't know. He said he's going to try the next meeting, I think, or they have a work session, so it'd be the upcoming work session, which I don't quite know when. The 23rd, yeah. So.
Just want to thank you all.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.